Turn the lights on for me. I'm sorry. I'm standing. I'm going. Have I lost? Is my eyesight going? I'm not sure what's happening. And then all of a sudden, there was sunshine. So hello, everyone, and welcome. Bo Williams here in the WATE newsroom. As we like to do every Friday, I want to bring you what's the very latest as far as traffic and what is going on. A lot of projects going on around the area, that is for sure. And another big weekend when it comes to I-275. So let's get everybody up to date on what's going on. First of all, you can find all this information on our website right here, WATE.com. We've got it all laid out for you. Again, I-275 in Knoxville to close Friday. It'll happen tonight at 7 o'clock as crews replace now the other section of the overpass. Remember, they closed it last week, and the through traffic right there just north of the I-40 interchange. Between Baxter and I-40. And they're going to do the same thing this weekend as now they have to work on that northbound side of I-275. But again, the interstate both directions will be closed right around 7, a little after 7 tonight, and it will be back open by 6 o'clock on Monday morning. We can read all about it right there on WATE.com. We've even got another map for you here. I want to pull that up, kind of give you an idea. There is the spot. You can see we've actually marked where the overpass is. It is just shy of Baxter Avenue. So just an area to kind of give you an idea of exactly where they're working. You'll still be able to access 275 if it's like last weekend. You'll still be able to access 275 on the north end of town, but they're going to make you jump off right there at Oldham, the Woodland exit. So keep that in mind. You can also get on the interstate there as well. But past that, it is off limits after 7 o'clock tonight, all the way down to I-40. But it should be back up and open by 6 a.m. for your Monday morning drive. We're going to bring back here another map here real quick. I want to show you this for a second. This is the T-Dot SmartWay map that we pulled up for you. And I just kind of want to go over real quick as we talk a little bit more about this closure. There you can see the red dot. That's where it is. That's where they'll be working. But don't forget, so this weekend, you still have access. Obviously, you can take I-640 to I-40. You'll have Western Avenue that you can bring in, either heading out of town or coming into town this weekend if you want to come downtown or what have you. Western's a good option for you. Broadway is another great option. A lot of people using Broadway. If you live northeast of town, you might want to think about getting over to Rutledge Pike, bringing that in. Then you can hook up there with Magnolia, and that can bring you into town as well. So several options for you. If you're west of town, this really isn't going to impact you a whole lot. But if you're northeast, there's some options to kind of get into town. Obviously, the interstate's always going to be open, and you can take that. But keep in mind the ramps that are going to be, you're not going to be able to access 275 with any of the ramps there along I-40 or Henley, and then are going to cut you off right here at the Oldham Woodland interchange. So this area through here is what's going to be closed as far as that work on 275, which again will start tonight at 7 o'clock. We do have some video. This is how things look. Whoa, that's pretty loud. But this is what it looked like last week. There we go. I'll bring this down a little bit. This is what it looked like last week as crews were tearing up the southbound side of I-275. I mean, right when they closed the interstate, they started tearing it apart. They did not waste any time, and it's hard to believe that you sit there and you think you watch these projects and it takes weeks, months, years to build highways and interstates, but yet in just a couple of days, they were able to tear down the south side of I-275, and then by Monday morning, it was back up and running for motorists. T-Dot today, meeting with members of the media to kind of explain how this all comes about. Scott McKinney with T-Dot really addressing and giving a good idea of how this all works.
We do all this work behind the scenes, all the planning. We got precast going on, and then all of a sudden we have a short closure duration. So a normal commuter, it's going to be they go across the bridge on Friday, and then when they come back Monday morning, they have a new bridge. Yes, so like a weekend for us, it starts out, we get everything closed and make sure everything's safe before anybody gets out there. And once they get that green light, then we got a demo that's occurring on one of the first things. And then after we get the bridge knocked down, we sort of got a hole we got to fill. So then we end up moving into setting precast abutment blocks, beams, panels, paving that bridge in. We also have to install some gravel and do some paving at the end, and then finally put the pavement markings back so we can open it to traffic.
All right, so there you go. That's kind of what happened last weekend, the process. So a lot of this is already put together, that's already set to go. It's really like a 2.5 day pit stop, if you will, in NASCAR. I mean, it's going to take them 2.5 days to do it, but it's in as far as when it's building overpasses, this is incredibly quick. That is for sure. And yeah, by Monday morning, everybody was driving over it. I drove over it on Monday. You would never know that any work had been done. Now, one thing we have been mentioning, they closed I-275 last weekend. They're doing it this weekend again, starting at 7 o'clock tonight, just to remind you, and it'll be that way through Monday morning at 6. Then they're going to do it again in the fall. They'll come back later because there's still some things that need to be done. McKinney was asked about that today as well. So take a listen.
The weekend closures consist of a 56-hour window where we're going to demo and replace the existing bridges. Beyond that, after we get through at the weekends, we'll have one more weekend closure where we're going to have to do some paving on the approaches to adjust and modify the grades to get the smoothest ride possible.
All right, so there you go. They still have to come back, take care of some fine tune some things, I guess, if you will, that they need to go down the checklist and make sure that they take care of. But that'll happen sometime in the fall. The good news is TDOT has said, listen, we're not crazy here. We're not going to schedule this on the weekend of a UT football game. So they're going to either look at the schedule here and schedule this for a bye weekend or when they are, obviously on the road. Just guessing here, I'm thinking it's going to probably be earlier in the season than later in the season, just because of the weather. But again, we'll keep you up to date. We'll let you know when that happens. But you are going to have one more weekend sometime this fall. When they announce those dates, we'll let you know where they'll have to close down I-275 and just kind of go down that checklist and make sure everything is done exactly the way it is, and then they're ready to be done with that project. But still, very impressive how they're able to do this, get in there, tear it down. It takes 2.5 days, and before you know it, it's like they never tore it down. If you want to watch, go to the TDOT website. I believe we've got a link on our app for you as well. That you can go in and you can pull up the TDOT SmartWay cameras. The camera there at Baxter Avenue, after 7 o'clock tonight, just pull that up, sit back and watch it. It truly is amazing. They get in there and they don't hold back. They will tear down and dismantle that overpass in the blink of an eye. And it really is something to watch. Matter of fact, we'll probably have something for you at 11 o'clock tonight. I'm sure we'll be bringing that up for you to show you. We did it last Friday, and we were just all in awe watching these crews as they jump in there. So, and again, just to remind everybody, 275 tonight, Friday night, 7 o'clock. Right around then, it didn't start right at 7, but it was a little after 7 last week. But right around 7 o'clock tonight, they're going to close down the same section of I-275 that was closed last week. It'll stay closed through the weekend for the bridge replacement, and then it'll be back open by around 6 a.m. Monday morning for the morning drive. Of course, be sure to tune into Good Morning Tennessee in case there's any hang-ups, anything like that. We are expecting some better chance of rain, I think, this weekend than last weekend. So I don't know if that will play any role in all of this. But, we'll keep you up to date here on WATE, WAT.com, as well as our app with everything that's going on there. All right, real quick, a couple of the things we want to touch on here. Coming up this weekend, as always, you've got several closures downtown. If you're going to be heading downtown this weekend, obviously you've got the pedestrian zones right here around Market Square, Crouch Park area. Those will be closing down not too long from now. I think that starts around 4 o'clock. But that'll impact, let's see here. I'm going to run back through that for you, but it's Clinch Avenues. Let's see, Market Street between Union and Clinch, Union Avenue between Walnut and Gay. Those will be closed, again, to car traffic, vehicle traffic, beginning at 4 o'clock on Friday. It'll be that way till the end of the weekend. So watch for that for the pedestrian zones. Always been a big hit. If you want to go downtown, you can just kind of walk freely, walk out in the middle of the road. No major problems for you there at Crouch Park, Market Square. So that's a good thing that they've been doing there. Also, One Knox is in town Saturday night. They've got a game, another USL 1 game coming up. So you're going to have the street party, and that's what you see up here. Where I got everything kind of flashing there. So watch out for that. That's a very short section. It's basically one block of South Central here between, Jackson and Willow. Several other roads will be closed in here as well. They've kind of expanded it a little bit, but again, watch for that coming up this weekend. I think kickoff I can't remember what time kickoff is. Greg, kickoff's at 7, 7:30, something like that on Saturday? 7. But again, so you'll have that street party going on this weekend here, which is fun. If you haven't been to it, go check it out. It's a great way to meet a lot of your fellow soccer fans. They do it for the Smokies games as well at times. You can meet some baseball fans, visit some of the shops in that area as well, grab yourself something to eat. But always good. But the roads will be closing, and again, they should be back open. Let's see. We also got after the game time there, so watch for that downtown. And also, following roads closed 4:30, reopen at 10 p.m. on Friday. This is Stadium Way between East Jackson and Willow between South Central and Summit Hill Drive, westbound East Jackson Avenues between South Central and Randolph. So some other closures are going to be going on. So just be aware when you're downtown, Old City area, downtown area. So much is going on in Knoxville these days. You're going to have some road closures, and people really like it when they can get out there and walk around in the street. So just kind of keep all of that in mind for you. One other thing I want to touch on here was a story we had here on WATE. Of course, we've been talking about the repairs going on along I-40 up near the North Carolina-Tennessee state line. North Carolina, we ran this for you, a story that they have put these monitors in the roadway along I-40 on the North Carolina side. And what it does, it monitors movement in the ground. It's really a way to protect workers, to protect you and I when we're driving through there. They can detect if something's getting ready to happen. So just some things that crews are doing, that they're doing to detect those ground shifts along I-40 as those repairs continue. You can read all about that as well right here at WATE.com. All right, we've got more to talk about. We do need to take a quick break, so stay with us. We'll be right back after this. All right, welcome back to the WATE Newsroom. I'm Bo Williams, going over traffic for you. We've kind of walked you through. We've even heard from TDOT as far as the project along 275. A reminder that's closing again tonight. Will be closed through the weekend as they now do the other side of the interstate for that bridge replacement. We talked about the closures downtown for the pedestrian zone. Several events going on, including one Knox. You're going to have a street party there before their game coming up on Saturday. So a lot of things going on. Those aren't the only things that are happening. We do want to touch on a few other spots for you here. So we'll bring the maps back in. This is a TDOT SmartWay map. This is Sevierville. Kind of widen out for you here just a little bit. But what we've got going on here, the right turn only lane on westbound West Main between Court Avenue and Highway 66. So it's a short little area right in here. Okay. They're going to be closed from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. This is coming up on Monday and Tuesday. So that right turn lane is going to be closed. Again, West Main between Court Avenue and Highway 66 forks of the River Parkway. You'll still be able to turn right onto 66 from West Main by using the right westbound travel lane. During the closure, crews will be repairing a fire hydrant. When it's all said and done, just take it easy through there, slow down, try to process what you're seeing there. You'll still be able to turn right. Just the right turn lane will be closed, but it sounds like the right lane will be, still be allowed to make a turn, but just be cautious in that area. That's a busy area, that is for sure, there in Sevierville. But again, that is coming up for you on Monday and Tuesday next week, going from 8 a.m. till about 2 o'clock. So they're trying to start it up right after that morning drive ends and right before the afternoon drive kicks in. But just be prepared for that. And of course, weather could change things on us, but that right now is on the schedule for you coming up next week. Also, another project. This is one we've talked about in the past. We're going to bring this up for you here. This is in Maryville. Phase 2 of the Carpenter's Grade Road project is underway. Ralston Road at Carpenter's Grade is closed until August 27th to allow crews to widen the road near the intersection. Ralston Road traffic right now being detoured to Cochran Road. But again, just be prepared if you're in the Maryville area that phase 2 of the Carpenter's Grade Road project is now underway. So there will be some changes there, and that a lot of that work's going to be going on until late August. So just it's one of those things, once you go through it a couple times, it'll be like old hat. And just as you get real comfortable with it, the project will be over, and then everything's will go back to normal. But that's how things are shaping up there. So 2 projects for you, one in Blount County, one in Sevier County, coming up for you that you need to be aware of, and just be prepared when you're traveling around. I don't want you to see it and be thrown off. I want to make sure wherever you're going, you get there safely and without any problems. Okay, when we come back, we're going to take a look at how traffic's shaping. Well, actually, let me show you one other project we got coming up here. Yeah, this is one here. Let me bring this in real quick before we take another break. This is in Knox County. This is TDOT. As always, we show you that they send us some pretty hefty lists of projects that are going on, and we always try to take a look at what are the new ones, right? There will be ones that are carrying over from last week, But Knox County I-40 eastbound near mile marker 379. So this is over near Bridgewater, out in the West Knoxville area, on Sunday, July 20th through Wednesday, the 23rd. Be alert for possible temporary lane closures. Now, the good news is it's going to be over the nighttime hours. So we're talking 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. the next day. You could see some closures there. Crews are doing some roadway and bridge maintenance activities. There's a probably safe bet there'll be some lane closures, okay? But again, this will be starting up Sunday night this weekend, running through Wednesday, 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. So, you know, if you're not out and about late, early the next day, you're okay. But if you're trying to get if you get to work early, you've got some travel that you need to do, or if you are out later, just know this could throw you off. But it's only I-40 eastbound out near Bridgewater. That will be taking place again next week, and it starts up on Sunday night. So just make note of that for your travels as well. All right, when we come back, we're going to take a look at how things are shaping up right now on this Friday in case you're getting ready to head out the door. Maybe you're getting ready to head off on vacation. We'll take a look at some of the T-Dot Smart WATE cameras. If we have time, we'll touch on the 275 reminder for you one more time. So again, keep it tuned right here, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back to the WATE 6 News Side Newsroom. I'm Bo Williams. We are going over traffic, as we like to do each Friday. I want to get you up to date. We've talked about a lot of closures, a lot of projects coming up that you'll need to know about, whether it's downtown, Blount County, Sevier County, some of the areas that we've been touching on. But we'd also like to take time, show you what's happening right now out there on the interstates. Maybe you're getting ready to head out, take a weekend off, go to the lake. Got vacation, still summertime, trying to squeeze in that last vacation before school starts back. Maybe you just need to run some errands. Let's bring in the T-Dot Smart WATE maps here for a second and find out what's going on. We do have a couple of alerts out there for right now. There's some heavy traffic, I-40 westbound. This is near Alcoa Highway. It looks like we've got more heavy traffic. Got another alert for you here. We'll take a look at the cameras here in a second. I-640 eastbound up around that 75-275 interchange. Many times that right-hand lane really starts to back up. If you think about it, it's just one lane, that ramp that kind of flies over the interstate and takes you to 75 north. So everybody trying to squeeze in there, if you will. On the east side also, we're looking here, I-40 eastbound. This is over Asheville Highway, right before the Holston River Bridge. Looks like we've got some heavier traffic. And then there's not a triangle there. There's not an alert. But when you zoom in here, and this will be the first cameras we'll take, this is I-40 westbound. I mean, it's like maroon. Usually red means slow traffic. So let's take a look. Yeah, it's crawling right now. Live look for you. T-Dot Smart WATE camera, I-40 westbound, between I-140 and Level Road. And again, that westbound traffic so slow right now. Eastbound looks okay. That's what's moving away from us right now. But westbound traffic, if you're ready to head out of town. And it's just not this one spot. Let's take a look at a couple areas. This is over near Level Road. This is where it starts to maybe thin out a little bit, though it's still moving pretty slow right here. It's this huge bunch up here by the Smart WATE. And then once they get past the exit, maybe this is where everybody starts to accelerate a little bit. But still going to see some slow traffic for you there as you're approaching Cedar Bluff, or I should say approaching I-140. You're going to see that heavy traffic. And it has been like that through the bulk of the day. I noticed this too coming into work today, that really all the way through downtown. I-40 westbound has had some serious pockets of just some very slow traffic. This is back near Cedar Bluff. Again, westbound, moving oh so slowly here. Eastbound, moving along okay, but westbound, it is definitely slow. Let's kind of bring this a little bit closer to town. See if we're still seeing any slow traffic. This is, let's see, this is at Weisgarber. Everything there looking okay for a Friday afternoon. You know, you got a lot of friends with you out there on the roadway, but nothing horrible. We'll bring it back. This is the camera at Middlebrook. Take a look here. Everything there looking all right. Many times that's a spot that will slow down as well as you're approaching 640. But right now, 40 West near downtown looks okay. This is over near Hall of Fame. The camera's actually, it says Fifth Avenue. As you know, 40 and Fifth Avenue don't intersect. 40 goes over top Fifth Avenue. It just says Fifth Avenue because that's where the base of that pole is for the camera. So really this is near the James White Parkway interchange. Is what I always like to try to tell everybody. But right now traffic there looking all right on I-40. And we'll head out a little bit further. We saw the alert out here near Asheville Highway. And yeah, it looks like, oh my goodness, yeah. So that left lane's not even moving. Let's see if we can figure what in the world is going on here. We'll, let's see, let's get a little bit closer to the Holston River Bridge. Traffic starts to move, so it doesn't appear to be any accidents in that left-hand lane. It's just incredibly slow near Asheville Highway. We'll continue on here. This is a live look for you just past the Holston River Bridge. Looks like it is bunching up here at the top corner of the screen, but obviously a lot more traffic heading out of town than is coming back into Knoxville. Here's another look. This is at Chilhowie Road. So right before you get to Asheville Highway, traffic there looks like it's starting to slow. We actually have a couple of tractor trailers. You may notice them here off on the shoulder of the roadway. You've got two of them right there sitting off on the shoulder, not causing too many problems, but otherwise right now, everything there moving along. Looks like we got something new coming in. Where am I looking here, Hope? Engine 12 on the scene. This is from Knoxville Fire Department. One of their engines on the scene in the area of Blows Ferry Road and Arrowhead Trail. A tractor trailer has struck some power lines. Road in the area approaching the scene will be closed while KUB mitigates the problem. Again, this is Blows Ferry Road and Arrowhead Trail. A tractor trailer, thank you, has apparently hit some power lines. KUB now has to go out there, take a look at it. Going to have to make some repairs. So if you live in that area, was it Blows Ferry and Arrowhead, it's going to be a little slow. So go ahead and be thinking about an alternate route, whether you need to get out of your neighborhood or to your home. KUB is going to be working in that area. So we'll try to keep you up to date on that. But KFD just sending that out just a few moments ago. Fire crews there responding for you. Got a few minutes left here. I want to take a look at some other cameras here for a moment. So we're going to bring this back here for just a second. And let's see. Let's head south of town right now. This is out near McGee-Tyson Airport, in case you are going to be flying out this weekend. Right now, everything there looking okay, north and southbound, Alcoa Highway. This is near Hunt Road. Again, as always, I want to remind everybody, if you can, take a look at McGee-Tyson's website. They've actually opened up some extra lots, or at least one extra lot, so that should help with the parking, but still, there's always going to be those lots that fill up pretty quick. And so if you are running behind, don't want to waste a lot of time looking for a place to park, go to McGee-Tyson's website. They can show you can see the breakdown percentage-wise of which lots are almost near capacity and other ones which have plenty of space. And the further out you go, there are trams that can take you to the terminal, so don't feel you have to walk a country mile to get to the airport. I want to bring in the camera here. This is out in Hartford. Let's see if it's cooperating today. There you go. So it's a decent amount of traffic right now. I can't tell how fast it's moving. Looks like it's frozen again. But there you go. Well, let's see. Well, it gives us an idea. There's quite a bit of traffic. Remember, this is one lane both directions through the mountains. Crews there obviously still working to try to get all lanes back up and running. But again, you have that one lane that has now been restored both directions for you, east and westbound. Right around Hartford's when you're going to hit this. I've talked to a number of people. Normally, this is a pretty easy drive. They did have an issue the other day where a truck had broken down in one of the lanes, and that was causing some issues, obviously. So that can definitely slow you down. There are still other options for you. There you go. Now it seems like every time I think it's going to start moving, it freezes on us. But that's a look for you there in Hartford. Keep in mind, too, if you're traveling to the beaches, you always can take 81 up to 26. That'll save you a little bit of time. It looks like let's see, it says major impact. Oh, that's just the work that they're having right there. That's still continuing there on I-26. But traffic there has been moving as well. This is up in Irwin right now. And you can see just some light traffic for you through those construction areas. Again, the camera freezing up on us, but you get the idea. That's probably your best bet. It's still going to be slow going through the mountains because you have one lane in both directions. But, you can also go ahead up to Johnson City on 81, jump on 26, and that'll bring you in on the north end of Asheville. And from there, you can head to the Carolina beaches, the Georgia beaches, where it is you are trying to get to. Florida, though if you're going to Florida, you probably 75 would be your better bet. But that's just want to kind of give you an idea of how things there are looking. Bring it back to Knoxville for a second. Let's check on a couple of those cameras here. And we'll also remind you again about I-275 tonight. We've got just a few minutes left. Live look downtown looking great. I-40 traffic near James White Parkway. 275 right now while it is open. Traffic there moving along fine. Live look near the Oldham and Woodland exits. Again, this is about as far south as you'll be able to go on 275 after 7 o'clock tonight. They're going to make you jump off at those exits because of the closure. And let's bring in that camera. This is the camera that I was telling you about earlier. If you kind of want to watch all of this tonight and through the weekend, the progress is the camera at Baxter. And this is the view you'll have. So you'll see to the right where it's a little bit darker. That was the section of interstate that they tore apart in a blink of an eye and then rebuilt. So you see where it's the black and then it's very white as well, the traffic they're going over. Tonight they're going to be working on the other side. So that northbound traffic coming toward you, that is the part they will be tearing apart and then building back in 2.5 days. And you heard from Scott McKinney with TDOT just a short time ago as he kind of walked us through what that process is like. If you're like me, typically, there's some areas you'll drive through and you're like, man, is this construction ever going to end? But in this situation, because of 275, they can't keep it closed for too long. they're able to take care of this at least one half and then the next half in just a matter of 2 weekends. But this is the camera to look at. This is 275 at Baxter. So this will be the one to pull up starting a little around 7 o'clock tonight. We'll have an update for you coming up tonight at 7 as well. Also at 11 o'clock tonight, we'll kind of give you a sneak peek, let you see how things are shaping up as far as the work there, and we'll kind of keep you posted throughout the weekend using the TDOT Smart WATE cameras. But you can always access these. You can go to our website as well to try to find access points for you. But that's coming up starting at 7 o'clock tonight. 275 will close, and then we'll reopen Monday morning at 6 a.m. All right, so that's going to wrap things up for us. As always, if you have any questions, you can always send them our way. You can email us. We'll try to get those answered for you, and we'll get them answered for you right here. We'll reach out to whatever county, TDOT, whoever we need to try to find out whether it's any projects. Also, don't forget, TDOT's got that number, 833-TDOT-FIX, 833-836-8349. Some big potholes, what have you, want them to be taken care of. You can reach out there and alert them to any issues going on in your area. All right, that's going to wrap it up for us. Hope you guys have yourself a safe weekend, and don't forget 275 closes at 7 o'clock tonight. Take care.